Shalom, shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off this video by giving all honor, praises, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Acha Kodash. Double honors to my teachers, the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone, teaching and ruling well. Peace, salutations, and blessings unto the hopeful elect of the house of Israel. Let's go straight to the point. I googled the meaning of "you are what you eat." It says here, the phrase "you are what you eat" means your diet directly affects your health, energy, and overall well-being. Okay, and that is true on both the spiritual side and the carnal side. Okay, what you indulge in shapes your being, shapes who you are. Okay, the vibration that you're in. Okay, the mindset that you're in, your health. Okay, you see, all that starts with what you allow to enter into your body and your mind. It suggests that consuming nutritious food leads to a healthier body and mind, while a diet of unhealthy foods can lead to health problems beyond the physical. The phrase also interprets metaphorically. That means that the things that you consume, including ideas and influences, shape your character. Okay, you see, so that goes beyond just the literal food that you eat. Like I said, spiritually and physically, what you indulge in, what you allow to partake in, okay, shapes your character, your mindset, okay, your vibration. Okay, you see, that is why it's very important. It says here in Sirach 30 and 25, a cheerful and good heart, okay, a good mind will have care of his meat and diet, the way that you eat. Okay, a cheerful heart, a cheerful and good heart, a good mind, and a happy mind, okay, will pay attention to what he is consuming. Okay, you see, that is why it says what a carnal mind leads unto death, okay, but a spiritual mind leads unto life and peace. Okay, so when you strive for the spiritual, when you indulge into the spiritual things, okay, your mind is on a better vibration. Your mind is on your body, your mind, your soul is geared towards a vibration that is pleasing towards Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay, rather that when you're doing the opposite, okay, pertaining to, again, the unhealthy diet, which would be also synonymous to these other philosophies, okay, all these other doctrines or ideologies that are aside from the ways of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, okay, those will lead you to an unhealthy end, okay, will ultimately lead you unto death. Okay, you see, because again, the Lord said it himself. He is the way. Okay, he is the only way. Okay, he's the only healthy diet ultimately that will lead you unto everlasting life. All these other philosophies, all these other ideologies can only lead you unto death. Okay, and that is why that is the reason why on the carnal side the Lord has given us a dietary law. Okay, we are not similar to these other nations that can eat all sorts of abominations. Okay, and when you think about it, okay, when you're just being logical on it, just being logical, okay, the laws of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai are not grievous. The commandments of the Lord are not grievous. Okay, I had a talk with a co-worker the other day, and he was naming me all sorts of abominations, like, oh man, you have to try this meat, it's so good. Alligator, you have to try snake, you have to try this, you have to try that. I wanted to, and I'm thinking in my mind, it's like, well, why would you even want to eat those things? You see, because these people have no these people are used to a unhealthy diet. Okay, they're used to eating all sorts of abominations, not knowing that it affects their vibration, it affects their spirit. Okay, you see, and that's on the carnal side. But even on the spiritual side, okay, it tells you what It says here in 2 Corinthians 6 and so like 2 Corinthians 6, and I'll start at to the point 17. Wherefore come out from among them, and be a separate, meaning be a holy. Don't do like these other nations. Like I said, these people, they eat all sorts of abominations without regard. Even these other nations, they can eat all sorts of abominations and not be affected, okay, because the Lord's not dealing with them. They can eat all sorts of nastiness and go about their day. But if a Jake starts eating the same diet as these other heathens, his health is gonna be all sorts of fucked up. Okay, it says here, said the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and that's on the spiritual and physical. Okay, that's a commandment. Don't eat like these other nations. That's what it means to be separate. Don't eat like these people, man. They eat like animals, man. They're on a beast like level. That's their mindset is on an animalistic level. Okay, not as a they don't think as a man of the Lord, as a God fearing individual. Okay, by obeying His commandments. Okay, they're touching the unclean thing by partaking carnally and physically in things that are against the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay, so again, touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you. That is the benefit of having spiritual, a good spiritual diet. Okay, you touch you abstain from evil, you abstain from the things that are not pleasing unto the Lord, and He will, and you will be nigh unto Him. It says, "In corruption, draweth us nigh unto the Most High." In corruption, draweth us nigh to the Most High. Okay, you see, if you wanna be close to the Lord, obey. As it says, obedience is better than sacrifice. Okay, you see, the keeping of the law. Okay, it makes you close to incorruption. Okay, those that fear the Lord will obey His commandments. Okay, that's the healthy diet. Okay, that's why also this word is also synonymous to food. Okay, even Yahushua said it Himself. It says here, John 6 and 32. John 6 and 31. Our fathers did eat manna in the desert, as it is written, He gave them bread from heaven to eat. Then Yahushua said unto them, Verily, verily, I say unto you, Moses gave you not that bread from heaven, but my Father giveth you the true bread from heaven. The bread. You eat bread, right? Yahushua is that bread. It says the word was made life. The word was made flesh. Okay? Yahushua is the embodiment of the word of Yahweh Bashem, of Yahweh made flesh. Okay, wisdom incarnated. Okay, wisdom in the flesh. Yahushua is wisdom in the flesh. Okay, for the bread of the Most High is He which cometh down from heaven and giveth life unto the world. Partaking into this doctrine, acknowledging that this is the truth, following and obeying the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. That is not only that's why it says, blessed is he that readeth, okay, and understandeth. Okay, so not only do you digest this philosophy, okay, not only do you eat this philosophy, okay, but the fact that you understand it and apply it, that means that you're digesting it and collecting the nutrients of that philosophy. Okay, you're breaking down the matter itself, and feeding your spirit, feeding the inner man by your application and consumption, by your consumption and application of this philosophy. You see, the bread of life, which is Yahushua. Okay. Then said they unto him, Lord, evermore give us this bread. And Yahushua said unto them, I am the bread of life. He that cometh to me shall never hunger. He that believeth on me shall never thirst. But I say unto you that ye also have seen and believe not. Okay. It says here, there's one, no, it says, okay. It says here, I'll jump to verse 47. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me had everlasting life. To believe in Yahushua means what? To believe in the words of the Lord, of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua. Believing on him that is sent will lead you ultimately, will translate into you believing on him that sent him. Okay? I am the bread of life. Yahushua is that doctrine. Yahushua is wisdom incarnated. Okay? Your fathers did eat manna in the wilderness and are dead. Okay? So yes, the Lord delivered us out of the hands of Pharaoh and did feed us with spiritual food in the desert. Okay? But that wasn't the spiritual food. Okay? It wasn't Yahushua. Okay? Because if it was Yahushua, we wouldn't have died in the desert. Okay? They wouldn't have perished in the desert. This is the bread which cometh down from heaven, meaning Yahushai, that a man may eat thereof and not die. I am the living bread which came down from heaven. If any man eat of this bread, he shall live forever. The benefits of this spiritual diet is everlasting life. Following after Yahushai, it means that you are acquainted with immortality. Okay? It means that you are striving for everlasting. Okay? You see? He shall live forever, and the bread that I will give is my flesh, which I will give for the life of the world. And the Israelites strove among themselves, saying, how can this man give us his flesh to eat? And these people were on a carnal level, okay? Because they were so in tuned with the carnal diet, they couldn't perceive the spiritual aspect of what Yahweh was saying, meaning to obey what he's doing, to follow after him, to walk like he walked, okay? To strive to be more like Yahweh, okay? And to walk in the fear of the Lord, to trust in him, okay? Yahweh said unto them, verily, verily, I say unto you, except ye eat the flesh of the Son of Man and drink his blood, ye have no life in you. Okay? And again, how do we understand that Yahweh is the word of life and this bread of life? Okay, that goes into even in Ezekiel, when the angel told Ezekiel to eat the whole roll. Okay, you see, that was synonymous to to him in partaking and consuming Yahweh Shai. Okay, because Yahweh Shai, like I said, he is the word of the Most High, incarnated, wisdom incarnated. Okay, by Ezekiel eating the whole roll, he gained understanding. Okay, he gained the spirit of prophecy. Okay, you see, he moved on a spiritual vibration. His diet, his spiritual diet was conformed, was pleasing unto the ways of Yahweh, and drew him nigh unto him. Okay, it says here, for my flesh is meat indeed, and my blood is drink indeed. He that eateth my flesh and drinketh my blood dwelleth in me, and I in him. As the living Father has sent me, and I live by the Father, so he that eateth me, even he shall live by me. That is that bread which came down from heaven, not as your fathers did manna and are dead. He that eateth of this bread, okay, this philosophy, this doctrine, the gospel of heaven, okay, shall live forever. Okay, so again, you have to pay attention and be more circumspect and be more how can I say, be more selective. Be more selective in the things that you indulge in. Okay. You have to be, of course, you have to feed the flesh also. Okay, don't be over righteous to the point of self-destruction. Okay, you see, but you have to indulge. You have to be more. You have to be more focused on feeding the inner man than to feeding the outer man. Matter of fact, you have to want to mortify the outer man. Okay, the outer man perisheth daily. Okay, you see, you shouldn't want to abstain from spiritual things. You shouldn't want to abstain from following the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay, but contrary, you should be wanting to abstain here and there from fleshly desires. Okay, from fleshly endeavors. You should want to put them aside. Okay, but when it comes to serving the Lord and worshiping the Lord and serving the Lord, you can never go far enough. Okay, so there's no limitation of how much uh videos you can do, how much reading you can do, and how much benefit that you can bring towards the ministry. Okay, there is no limit, because even when you go as far as you think you can, okay, you still haven't went enough. You still haven't done enough for Yahweh Bashem Yahshai. Okay, you see, there's always more that you can do. Okay, and that's the benefit. That's the infinite depth, the infinite depth of how much the spiritual diet goes. Okay, you can never have enough, but again, don't do it to the point of destruction. Okay, you have to make sure to find the right balance in the times that we're in. Okay, so be more mindful of what you partake in and allow to enter into your temple, because again, you have to remember your body is the temple of the Most High, physically and spiritually. Okay, so you have to watch out for, okay, for these outside these unbeneficial unbeneficial doctrines or meats. Let's say meats, these unbeneficial meats that enter into your body. You have to be mindful and selective in what you eat. Okay, so that being said, Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. Until next time, shalom, shalom, shalom.